The Glavan Ford Locker Room Show takes a look inside of Clay Center Tiger boys basketball as we get them on shoot-around on game day, in fact, as they get set to go into Wamego this evening. Anthony Davies, Owen Craig, Weston Hammond, Brett Hoffman with us. Guys, again, introduce who you are, who your parents are, and if you have plans for next year, give us a look into that too.
Hey, I'm Anthony Davies. My mom is Ashley Davies, and I really don't have any set plans for next year.
My name is Owen Craig. My parents are Brent and Erica Craig, and I plan on going to Fort Hays State University and study sports management.
My name is Weston Hammond. My parents are Jericho Hammond and Chad Hammond, and I'm going to K-State to major in ag business next year.
Great.
My name is Brett Hoffman. My parents are Keith and Kate Hoffman, and I plan to go to the University of Kansas to study athletic training.
Awesome. Brett, we'll keep it here with you. You guys accomplished something that hadn't been done in 15 years. And I want to jump right into the win over Abilene. What was that night like? And as the game got to going along and you had a feeling it was within your grasp, what was the feel like down the stretch to finally get that monkey off the back?
Oh, it felt great. Just throughout the game, we just kept working as a team together and just trust the man next to you and just continue. It was a great night.
It was a great night. Weston, it wasn't like they went quietly. They kept making a run, and every time they did, you guys would answer. Talk about the emotions during the game playing in one like that.
Yeah, I remember at one point in the third quarter, the score was 50-33, and we were up. And I remember how hyped the stands were and everything. And then they cut it down to like 9 points, I think. And so I think just the emotions of the game were just high throughout the whole game. Everyone knew it was at stake, and everyone knew he had a good shot to take them down finally. So I think it was a great atmosphere to play in.
Yeah, for sure. Owen, I know that you guys know those guys well. They know the streak's been going on. I'm sure you've heard a little chirping over the years. What was it like to finally go through that line, not have to say anything, just shake hands?
Yeah, after the game, it was pretty emotional for them and us because we wanted to beat them pretty bad. But we know those guys. We've been playing them for a long time, and we've lost to them twice, and when we were in middle school, we lost them one time in middle school and one time in grade school. So we knew how to beat them. We just need to get it done. We got it done last Friday night.
Anthony, one last thought. As you guys finish that night, you celebrate, you shake hands, you get to the locker room. Was it more relief or was there more celebration going on?
I think there's definitely a lot of celebrating going on.
Good deal, as there should have been. You guys back it up by coming right back and keeping this thing rolling right now. You guys have 12 wins already in this season. I tried to look back to find the last time the Tigers won 12 games in an entire year. It's been a while. What is it like? I know Coach Smith and I talk a lot about how unselfish you guys are. You do play a very unselfish type of basketball. Talk about how that came to be for you guys.
Being unselfish is a big part of what this culture became, and just knowing that we can pass the ball to each other and trusting each other's shots is something really big that we have.
These next two guys, Owen and Weston, I'll have you guys both comment a little bit on your three-point shooting, because at 40% plus, hitting 20 or more threes in a season is not normal at the high school level. Talk about the selection, Owen, that you have, because you don't just go rip it up all night long. You're very selective when you shoot it.
Yeah, you got to take careful shots in the game. The game can come down to one possession, so you always got to take the best shot each possession. And I don't know, me and Weston take a lot of extra time in the gym getting shots up, so we just go out and do our thing.
Weston, for you and for Owen, the range you guys have is pretty amazing. You've pulled up a couple of times in Brendan-Housen area for the K-State Wildcats. Do you have a green light, and do you have a limit on where Coach wants you shooting the basketball?
Oh, we do this drill called Steph Curry, and when you score a certain amount in it, you get to go back to NBA range or whatever. And I've hit some shots back there, so he's kind of gave me the go ahead. But there's a couple times in Abilene I let it fly. So.
Yes, you did. That's for sure. Brett, while we talk three-point shots, which Brett can knock those down, I've commented several times the mid-range jumper is an old-school shot. You don't see it near as much, but you fake the three, you step in against the defender and rise and knock it down. You're really, really good at that. Is that something you've worked on? Do you think it's unique?
Yeah, I worked on it a ton over the summer in the off season, and I just working on my shot, and I just developed that over the some are there to rise above the defender and knock it down. It's really effective.
Yeah, it is. I love the game. One last thought that I'll let you guys comment on before we look a little bit at tonight's matchup. Against Valley Heights on Tuesday, you four were on the court as starters, and there was a point where you were pulled from the court, all five of you, and 5 new guys were put in. Did it motivate you? It sure seemed like it did when you came back on the floor.
Yes, it definitely motivated us just to see those guys in there and start working together, which is what we need to do on the court together. It's motivated us to push through and get to that second quarter.
Weston, you allowed 20 points in the first period and then single digits every quarter after that, so obviously it did help.
Yeah, we knew we were better than that, and they got out to a hot start, and our defense wasn't very good, and we knew we had a way higher standard than that, so we just had to come out the second quarter and really start the game over, if you'd call it that.
Same kind of thoughts, Owen?
Yeah, I think we came out a little slow, but I mean, after the first quarter ended, we knew we were just better than them. We just had to come out and just put it to them, put the hammer down.
Anthony, I've called you Mr. High Energy. I think I'm changing it to the high five man, because when did you start high-fiving officials?
I actually did that one time in middle school, NCKL, and he was just there looking for the high five, so I thought I had to give it to him.
For those who can't be at the games, when a timeout is had or Anthony's coming in and out of the game and the official's got his hand up to stop the clock, make sure everybody knows what's going on, Anthony just walks by, gives him a high five on the way. And they seem to enjoy it, which makes it fun, I think. Yeah, very cool. You guys have Wamego tonight in a stretch run to finish this thing off, to have a chance to do something really, really special in this program. And I know you guys and those other seniors are such a big part of it. So let's keep this train rolling, all right? Great stuff. Anthony Davies, Owen Craig, Weston Hammond, Brett Hoffman on the Glavan 4 Locker Room Show.